I think we finished mission 7. I finished 7 yesterday. It was that level where you had to go get the book and then bring the book back. And on the way back, a building just falls on you and you die. And then you have to do the whole thing again. That was pretty cool. Just out of curiosity, I went to see what the other Xbox console challenge guy thought about Enclave if he had played it. And he had played Enclave, and he gave this game a 9 out of 10. And his review says, the closest thing on the OG Xbox to Dark Souls. And I hadn't thought of it that way. Is this game kind of like Dark Souls? I want to say no. But apparently this is the closest thing on the Xbox to Dark Souls. Yeah, the menus have like a pre-rendered mechanical bird thing going on, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but it does. If you squint really hard, it's kind of like Demon Souls. It does have like the, you know, yeah, it's levels like Demon Souls, and it's got swords like Demon Souls. And it's, you know, don't tell anyone I said this, but it's also bad like Demon Souls, so I guess it's kind of that way. Yeah, we're gonna keep the 120 bolts. Upgrade the sword. Well, we can just bring the frost sword in, and this. I don't have enough for the upgraded armor, so I can kind of just bring the max of everything else. Tactical hot take deployed. Look, I mean, that is kind of, that's a bit of a facetious take. I'm not saying Demon Souls is actually bad. I am saying that I've tried to play it a couple times, and every time I get bored and turn it off, though. I am saying that. What did I just hit him for? Does this thing not have... it does have damage numbers, you just can't really see them against the sand. Ah, 120, pretty good. Wait, don't leave the mission, no. A friend of mine kept coming over. Hang on, I gotta deal with this idiot. Like, is this Demon Souls? This is old school RuneScape. Nah, old school RuneScape is much better than Enclave. World's dumbest comparison of games, but if I had to compare... an extreme apples to oranges moment, but I think OSRS is better than Enclave. He beat Demon Souls on your PS3, but he's a Souls addict. Yeah, I just have I've only ever played. It's the only Souls game I've ever played is PS3 Demon Souls. And I probably beat like maybe not quite half of it. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It's not for me. And yeah, the game you're thinking of, Zero, is Shadow of Memories. which is a Konami game, not Capcom, but yeah. That was a pretty sick game.
Welcome to Mechalon.
Oh, you guys are good guys. Welcome to Mechalon. Anyone gonna tell these guys that they've got, like, a bunch of goblins outside, or do they just not care? I think the goblins are probably gonna attack. Once we get in here.
Enter the arena, stranger.
Enter the arena. Oh. We're doing an arena. Okay. Everyone loves the tournament arc. Aw, shit. No, I don't love this. These guys are awful. Yeah, these guys are little assholes. These, like, Wolverine-looking dudes. I'm not even sure what they are. Little gremlin creatures. How did I just hit that guy for 120? Well, okay. It looks like stepping in the water heals you, though. That's cool. We're, like, healing in the pool. Got him.
Those people from Selenheim.
We've got a classic, like, Bat Roman Emperor guy.
Defend yourself, scum.
I think I was healing during that cutscene. Yeah, we've entered, like, fantasy Rome here. Check this dude out. My sword is going right through his shield, though. I'm, like, chopping him in the ankles under the shield or something. Yeah, this guy sucks. He barely does any damage. I can just sit here and mash on him. Well, that was the Colosseum, or the arena, or whatever. That might have just been optional. That might have just been completely optional for money, but that's worth it.
You have proved your worth, stranger. Our leader shall speak to you.
Oh no, I had to prove my worth for the leader to speak to me. Okay. Well, this is kind of neat. We're, like, doing some actual stuff here instead of just moving through a really lame level. We're actually doing some stuff here.
You fought most valiantly. Electo will see you now.
What was that? Ah, impressive. I've been watching your every move on your little journey. Selenheim is quite a distance to travel, and I believe we may have a common problem. You are seeking our aid against the Outlanders, yes? The magic of Selenheim is inherent in our lands as well, and they are without any doubt going to invade us soon. There is a problem that would have to be dealt with first.
This guy looks like Shrek. I think this is originally going to be a Shrek game, then they had to, like, repurpose their model as the Emperor.
For an entire army to be defeated by a mere handful of men, if they hold it. It used to be under our control, however the Dregatar infiltrated from within and seized it themselves. For us to help you, you will need to see that this pass is destroyed, so that we can get our men through it. And I believe the only one who would truly be strong enough to do such a thing would be the legendary magician called Zale. He seems to have practice at the sort of destruction needed for this. I've heard rumors that he lives even still. and that he was last sighted near a lake further up north. If you can accomplish this, we will send the help you ask for. We have just recently repaired our airship. Bring a fuel container filled with gas, and you may use it to reach your destination faster.
Your Highness, they are coming.
Alright, yeah. Time to... Here we go. This was always gonna happen.
It seems you'd better hurry.
It seems you'd better hurry. There's literally, like, orcs directly outside. He just does not care. There's a strat to the wild swinging. You sort of get this like wild swing combo where the last hit hits extra hard. Yeah, well, I don't know. The more expensive sword does seem like it's not doing as much damage, but we don't know what like these guys might just have higher defense or something. Like maybe if we went with the non-ice sword, it would be even worse here. Now, I did just hit that guy for 5, which is pretty pathetic. Okay, dude. Very cool, very cool. I can't hit him really, because he's... This is such a like weird, bad place to be doing this fight. Okay. I'm stuck now? Alright, there we go. Where? Dude, they're shutting the door on me. Well, failed to save that guy. I probably could have just come over here and used the free healing pool instead of actually healing. Like, is this just like endless free healing? It is. Apparently I'm not going that way. Maybe it's, that was like the left path. Maybe I gotta take the right path from this area now. I might just be trying to kill everything. They said bring gas. So maybe I'm looking for gas. Mad Max style. I haven't been over here at all. Or back there at all, really. There's like birds dropping more of them off. That's kind of neat. How am I only hitting this guy for like 11s? This sword does kind of seem like it might be bad. Would have been all over it in 2005. It's the closest thing the Xbox has to Dark Souls. All Souls enjoyers should play Enclave. Another one of those games that looks like people would be playing it on a TV show. This is a frost sword, actually. It's ice. Ah. Well. There's the gas. I guess I'll just leave now. I think that in the TV show where they play this game, they would be playing this game and then be like, I can't go do that now, Mom. I'm about to get the high score. And then it shows the TV and he's playing Enclave. And it's just like, okay. Dude, none of my attacks have hit. Literally not a single one. This sword is such shit. These guys are too short. These guys are literally just too short. There. Die. You finally get a hit in and it's a one-shot, but like... Ugh. I'm hoping to do another proper Yakuza 2 run soon, though. Probably what we're going to do is an Amon run. I'm thinking we'll do Amon, so no Mahjong and no Slot Ace, to sort of validate that the route is correct. And then once we have that info, then we'll send another proper full all sub-stories with all of the stuff in it. But, I want to do that soon. Before I do that, I'm going to do pretty much like a full practice run. That nearly killed me. I've been reworking a bunch of the stuff with the hostesses. I've actually like minorly tweaked kind of a large part of the route. All sorts of stuff in the route is slightly different now, and I'm just gonna piece together something for hostesses for the finale. It's all gonna depend. The thing about the finale route for Yakuza 2 is it's all gonna depend on how much XP I can get before getting there. because we really need... We're going to be able to get Tiger Drop for sure, I think. I think we're for sure going to be able to just get Tiger Drop and then not have that awkward Coliseum situation happen to us. But I don't know where that leaves me with being able to do Granny White's Request 2, which requires Soul level 10, and Tiger Drop is Tech level 9. That's what the trade-off is. And I don't know how quickly I can get that, and that affects how we want to take trips to Sotenbori, so it's sort of, it's complicated. I'm just rambling, but it's complicated. But I've been working on that off-stream, legit. The second run will happen sooner rather than later. I've got the gas can. Is there like a show briefing? Fuel and enter the airship. I don't know if I'm supposed to come in here. The airship is probably like out back in that room that I haven't been to yet. I think we're gonna save a lot of time though on the next run, hopefully. The only thing that could screw me is if I get really unlucky in Mahjong. But I think we're probably going to save, like, a ton of time. Next OG2 ass I send.
You need to fill the container with gas fuel.
What? Well, where's the... You need to fill the container with gas fuel. I've got the container. I don't know where the gas is. Maybe that's on the other side. Maybe one side was how we get the container, and then the other side is where the gas was. Is there gas around here somewhere? Oh. This game has swimming mechanics? I didn't even know that. Wow, okay. I did not know you could swim in this game. Ooh. Someone doesn't like me. I bet this is the gas. Yeah, this is totally the gas. Yeah, they implemented swimming, but then just like never ended up using it, and so the only place in the game where you swim is right there. Maybe. I mean we're about halfway done with the game in terms of like number of levels, and I don't think there's been any opportunities to swim yet. Maybe in that probably in that previous level actually.
All glory to the Empire.
All right, all glory to the Empire. That was an easy one. That took way less time than the volcano or the, like, town. That was easy. The damage number in the cutscene. Pretty good.
Though the ancestors acclaimed them as heroes after
Cutscene too. That's... I think this is only the second one of these in the game so far. There was like the intro and then there's this.
Ancestors had been estranged from their brothers in Selenheim longer than anyone could remember. Yet very little negotiation was needed for them to accept the perilous request to send aid against the hordes of Dregatar. The eager offer to assist their downtrodden brothers came at only one request: destroy the fortress of Kamsara. The Pact of Jifuro forbids such destruction, but the ancestors explained that it was their only hope of reaching the battle in time. For the pass of Kamsara, held tightly by the enemy, was the only obstacle in the fastest route to Selenheim. Being a narrow path, Kamsara was easily defended. It allowed very few men to keep an entire army at bay if need be, and it would be far too difficult if it were not destroyed. Desperate times called for desperate measures. The legendary High Wizard Zale was their last hope. Known as the Scourge of Vatar, the Bane of Zurana, the man who severed the world, Zale must be found.
All right.
If he still lived,
Lots
the way to
of
find him
fantasy
was to
words.
Enclave. And
I'm
what cost
following.
would the world pay this time for its salvation from evil?
Okay. Wait, what? Wait. We came all the way out here just to come back here across the ocean again immediately. All right. A lot of that stuff was mentioned in the intro. The intro cutscene gives you a lot of lore on, like, you know, here's why the world is messed up or whatever. I feel like the Frost Sword is kind of bad, though. I'm gonna switch to the Bastard Sword, and we'll see. Maybe it's, like, better. Yes, Rory, you did. We did Trinity Islands. It was a good scenario. Built a really cool looking park. So now we're just doing like an hour of Enclave or so, because gotta make Enclave progress. I mean, some of these levels do look pretty good. Like, I do kind of have to hand it to them. Like, this is pretty cool looking. I like the water wheel. I'm always a big fan of water wheels. Watched Patty play the HD version of this, I see. It's the birds. Like, I just hit that guy for 140. I don't know if the Ice Sword could have done the same. Also, like, where are we going exactly? I only came out on Friday then. I guess you mean the retro achievement set for it. Oh, Series X port of the remake. So the actual achievement set for it. This is pretty cool. We're going underwater. We're gonna be like in an underwater Bioshock level. Literally, literally, there's the bathysphere intro to Bioshock. You couldn't hear it, but there was the Andrew Ryan monologue playing over that. Yeah, I guess you... oh, there's a leak. Bro, there's a leak in your underwater city. Yeah, I guess Silent Hill HD Collection would have had achievements back in the day, right? Because it was on 360. That is a notoriously terrible version of that game, but it does exist. Yeah, you missed Roller Coaster Tycoon. The good news is that it'll be back next Tuesday. We're a little under a tenth of the way done with the game at this point in terms of number of scenarios. I think Muck said like 9.4% is where we're at right now, something like that. So just gotta do the 20 hours of the game that I've played 9 more times, and it'll end up being a 200-hour long playthrough. It's funny that I feel like, I mean, because of the way we've been doing Roller Coaster Tycoon and because the game is good and stuff, it feels like we're only just scratching the surface so far. Like, there's still so much more to go. We've only done a few scenarios, but it's already, I think next scenario will probably become the second longest ever Xbox game, and it's gonna, just a few more scenarios, and it'll be passing Morrowind as the longest game, and it'll pass Morrowind for longest game like way before we'll still have not even made a dent in it by the time it's officially longer than Morrowind. Yeah, exactly. Like, we've played some 5-hour games that felt like they were 20, and Roller Coaster Tycoon is going to be a 200-hour game that hopefully never grows old. It might get old if we're doing all scenarios at some point. But I'm still having lots of fun. There's a lot of room for creativity with it and stuff like that. I bet I have to, like, activate the pumps. Yeah, I mean, if I do all scenarios, it will legitimately be, like, it won't be the longest. I mean, assuming I never fail any, which I could also fail scenarios. That would make the game even longer. But, assuming I never fail any and it ends up being about 200 hours, it still won't be the longest that any console challenger has ever done, but it'll be close to the longest. I forget what that spreadsheet said, but I think the longest was like 230-ish. So it's gonna be quite the thing. Yeah, well, look, I already played Roller Coaster Tycoon, iDoc. We gotta make some progress in Enclave. Roller Coaster Tycoon happened. This is the after party, or the after misery, or whatever. Is it 275? Okay, it won't be that close then. Today's Enclave has been a bit better, actually. The levels we played yesterday were both, like, awful. Yesterday's levels were basically torturous. Today's levels have been pretty cool, actually. We did, like, a Roman city where we had to do some stuff and fight in a Colosseum. And now I'm in Rapture from BioShock. Oh, this frame rate. Oh, what's going on? I just gotta get him. Okay. The real question mark is, You know, I'm saying like, yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon, we're gonna play 200 hours of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm gonna this and I'm gonna that. We're gonna have a special layout and a special intro, and I'm gonna do all these things. But you know, there may be some major life changes coming down the pipeline that affect that. Not confirmed, but I am signing myself up here with Roller Coaster Tycoon for like several years worth of Tuesdays. And I don't know. Needs pressure from elsewhere, really? Yeah, I'm pregnant. That's what I'm trying to announce here. But nah, I don't know how all that stuff is gonna... it's not official yet, but it seems incredibly likely that that is happening. And that's gonna get in the way of my whole streaming thing I have going on. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen at all with that. Oh, well, and then that is flooded. The job has not officially come through yet, but certain signs indicate that the job is almost certainly coming through. And who knows, maybe I will fail. Maybe I'll fail at the academy, and then I'll just go back to streaming. And I'll be back after a few months. I don't know what I just did, but I feel like it's bad. Yeah, you do have to physically move there. It's in Oklahoma City. I'm gonna become a wizard, yes. It's, the academy is definitely a wizarding school. I feel like I don't know what's going on in this level now. I think maybe I wasn't supposed to jump out of that room after activating the thing. Like, what does this do? Oh, okay, yeah, here we go.
It's about time. And don't think I don't know what you have been doing. I may have been trapped, but I'm not blind to the world outside.
And actually, Sturchan, the way it works is, when you're done with the academy, you have to pick from a list of places with openings, so it's almost guaranteed that I will be leaving New Jersey in that case. Unfortunately. I would like to stay in the Northeast, though. I don't want to, like, end up somewhere weird.
Try again.
I think that this guy is about to die. Hang on. I don't know which level. Somewhere weird like California? I don't know. Probably not there either. There's always openings in weird places. Like people post the lists online, and so you can see what facilities have openings. Where are the lists? Where would I find that again? Yeah. No, not that. Yes. This. There's always openings in Anchorage, Alaska. That's always on the list. Anchorage is always at the top because it starts with an A. Well, one of these things is probably going to kill this dude and fail the mission. I don't know if there's a way to tell which. Air traffic control at Hydromedia. All the levers look the same. What are we... I'm just gonna pull one. Hopefully this doesn't kill him. Nah, he's dead.
No?
Okay, no, he's not dead. Nope, now he's dead. That's probably mission fail. Yeah. Cool. So wait, it was none of them? What do they want me to do about that then? Well, back here. I mean, by the time I would be selecting a place, the lists will be very different. But, yep, just a bunch of random places around the country. Not really enough airports in New Jersey for it to be likely that anyone will end up in New Jersey. Also, most of the time you don't end up in an airport. You end up in these, like, intermediate facilities that are just, like, dotted around the country. Very few controllers actually work in airports, as it turns out. I don't know. I still don't have Academy dates yet. It's not hard confirmed. It's just soft confirmed. I'm still trying not to think too far ahead about things, though also I've gotten a bit impatient recently now that it seems to be maybe actually happening. Up until recently, I just sort of assumed that they were going to reject me, but I think they're actually not rejecting me potentially. And so now I'm getting impatient about it and thinking about things. But I should go back to not thinking about things. Guy does not care. He just did not care. Okay. You do get 100% choice. The trick is it is done by order of your final grade at the academy. So if you get bad grades, then everyone else gets to choose before you. And then by the time you're up to pick from the list, your options are, do you want to move to Anchorage or do you want to move to Montana? And of those two, I'm honestly picking Anchorage. I think it might be a hot take, but I feel like it would actually be kind of sick to live in Alaska. I found out it's not even that cold there. I looked it up one time, and like I know that Alaska is cold, but like it's not even that cold. Six months complete dark and look, currently I wake up every day at around noon. So I already get very few hours of sunlight as it stands, because it's getting dark out at like, it's dark out right now, completely dark out at 4:45. So actually not that different. I'm used to 90% of my time awake being at night. I'm cool with that. Though I know, I think this is a thing that, like, people who live in, like, Norway have, like, higher rates of depression because they live closer to the Arctic Circle, and so it's always dark there. Something like that. Shoutouts to my friend from Norway, Darrow16. But, I think people from Norway are just sad all the time because it's cold and dark. Even though Norway is objectively way better than here. Sled dog team? I don't think that's for me. I'm more of a cat person, if I am a person at all. And like, I don't know if you could really do sled cats. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think that works. These dudes are kind of assholes. Look at him just poke me to death. Alright, that was a bad idea. Get poked to death in 5 seconds, restart the whole long-ass level again. Yeah, they attack fast enough that you can't really block and punish. Also, they just attack through your shield half the time anyway, so it's like not even worth trying. Those dudes with the tridents are really bad. I don't know, just for fun. Make you climb up the barrels. Okay, I think if I'm just a little bit more careful, maybe I can still stay out of their range. They have a really good range, though. You know, it's got that fantasy flavor to it, where the stairs crumble as you try to walk up them. Like, that would never happen in real life, because you don't build stairs out of styrofoam like that. But, you know, it's just a little bit of fun. I'm not getting that combo that I want. Come on. Okay. I don't know. Maybe. Getting better is such a strong... Better is such a strong word, you know? There's always a question of how much do games get better versus how much do I get better at tolerating them. But then that also comes down to how much of it was the game's fault in the first place versus my own expectations. You know, who's to really say if any game is good or bad if you think about it? I still don't like this weird pokey combat where you're constantly like backing up and then advancing and trying to hit them without getting hit yourself. The combat is still like kind of complete trash. But yeah, I think that I think the level design has maybe gotten a little bit more interesting. That may be correct. Like, we're doing some pretty cool stuff here with, like, that previous level where we were in, like, the Roman city, and then this one we're in, like, a mechanical underwater city. Like, there's some cool stuff going on. Every level looks quite different from the last in a way that's pretty fun. I don't know how to save this guy at all. I don't know how to save this guy at all, though. He's not gonna help me free him from the machine. Gotta get this man out of the contraption. I mean, maybe I pulled the levers in the wrong order or something. Like, if I pull this...
I don't
No.
like the sound of that. Try again.
Try again. There's no pulling that back up. That's just down now. I just like there's no... Is there any indication anywhere of what the correct order is? Or if I can like shoot is there something obvious I'm missing? I don't understand. Is this really just like keep getting this deep in the level and then trial and error it until you happen to get it? That would be ridiculous. Like there's no way they actually did that, right? There's no way that's what... Ah. LOL, dude. Classic hide the correct ladder, or hide the correct lever behind the stairs.
Why do you people always come and ask me to destroy things? I need the staff of the Earth Spirit first. It was lost when I defeated Vatar. I believe it is still somewhere down in the underworld, as I can still...
Oh man, we're going down to hell for the next level, maybe. We're getting a good descend down into hell to get the staff level. Alright, we gotta check this out. I'm not gonna actually start this one right now, but we gotta check this one out. What's going on down there? Still not enough money for the light armor. We're probably just never gonna have enough money for the light armor, because I keep... Or for the medium armor, because I just keep getting other stuff that's more expensive. Like, I can try to cheap out. We're like almost there. We're really not almost there, actually. I'd have to bring, like, no weapon, no bolts, a crap shield, and a crap sword, and then I could afford, and, like, no health potions, and then I could afford it. Well, let's just go in here and check out what this level looks like. Well, I think there are 14 missions. Oh. This is the underworld? This is just nothing. This is just, like... Maybe once we come down here. I really just want to see the underworld. This is like a meme setup, by the way. This setup will not be completing this level. Okay, that's pretty good. I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, we're going back down into, like, a lava area again. Skeletons. Honestly, skeletons are really weak, so this is fine by me if I'm mostly just fighting skeletons. Wait, hold up. Did that guy just hit me for 500? Did he heard me calling skeletons weak? I think that guy just hit me for 500. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'm getting out of here, dude. Whatever just happened there, we're handling that tomorrow. Whatever just happened there, not today. Not today.